Nice marks down here. Ooh. There's our first walleye of the morning right there. I'm digging. Digging. Gonna need the net on this one, Nicholas. I'm fishing a central Minnesota walleye factory today. And my son Nicholas and I are starting out the morning here by pulling some three-way rigs, spinner crawler combos. And in today's segment, we're going to talk about walleye live bait tactics, hopefully show you a couple different ways to catch walleyes on live bait. And these are methods that you can employ on a lake near you that you like to walleye fish. Do your own tweaks to these presentations for your own fishery and put some more walleyes in the boat. Breezy day here, but we got walleyes a-snapping. Nice walleye. Yeah, good way to start. See that blade and the bead combo, we'll talk in more detail about that, and a real nice walleye to start us out. Let this baby go. Beauty. Your turn, buddy. Little feller?
Feels nice.
Put mine in the rod holder. Oh yeah, another nice one. Let's raise them up. See how long our leaders are. We got clear water, so using like 10-foot leaders minimum. Solid fish, Nicholas. There you go, buddy. How'd he bite? Is it a...
He absolutely railed it, for sure.
That's a good sign. I like a long rod for my spinner. This is an 8-foot St. Croix. This is a bait casting rod. And I got 10-pound Suffix mono on. Don't use braid for my spinners. And then a mono leader too, because I want that spinner to float up a little bit. The spinner will pull up a little bit as you're trolling, but don't use floral leaders. I like using a three-way rig because it keeps your lure at a really consistent depth, and it also doesn't tangle very much. So, you know, bottom bouncers are great if you're fishing rocky areas, but we're fishing mud, and just using a bell sinker is perfect for that. Nice. There we go, another nice walleye on a spinner crawler combo. So you can see the flat we've been fishing here. You can see my blue track on there, and there's fish all up and down the flat, but we're seeing little schools of them on the top, on the flat part of the top of this piece of structure. So we're going to switch gears and actually power cork these fish, and we're going to show you a different technique for catching walleyes on live bait. So this is a very simple technique. I put them in coda down. I'm using my big motor to drive up. Come down, pick up all the slack, and there's a lot of it. Wow. Super easy technique for catching them. Driving around with the big motor, working up on the top of the flat, and as soon as we see a pod of fish, we hit spot lock in the Minn Kota. We've already got the trolling motor down, and we drop our corks right behind the boat, because we know when we see those fish on the transducer, they're right under our transom. And it can be just lights out, easy, and good fishing. A lot of times, as soon as the bobber stop hits your bobber, the bobber goes down. Oh, there he goes. Reel up all my slack and set the hook on them. These are 9-foot medium light rods, so you pick up all that slack, especially on a windy day like today with that long rod. I'm just fishing with 10-pound main line. I like a little bit heavier mono, and then I've got a 8-pound fluorocarbon leader, about 3 feet below a barrel swivel I've got in line. A couple of beads to work as a cushion, and then the bobber and the bobber stop. And I like to fish with these jigs. I think you get a more consistent depth when you have a jig on versus a plain hook. Just lights out right now. That's how easy it can be when you got these pods of fish and you know they're right below the boat, and you can drop the bobber right on them. Boom, fish in the boat. Wow. so fun. You know, we've caught a bunch of walleyes today. Spinners were hot this morning and we're pounding them on these bobbers. But hopefully you learned a little bit today, a couple of live bait tactics you can put to use on a lake near you. Fun way to fish them and a very effective couple of strategies. Spinners and crawlers or leeches under a bobber. Nice, good job. Another nice walleye. You know, we're not done fishing, but we are going to wrap up this segment. Hopefully you had some fun watching today. We certainly had fun catching them. Bobbers and spinners for walleyes with my son Nicholas. I'm Roger Cormier. We'll be right back with more Midwest Outdoors.